everyone, this is Bowtie Daniels and welcome back to another episode here on the WiarCraft Season 2 server. On the last episode, we went ahead and we worked on making the Ice Age shop where we're selling ice and bone products. And in today's episode, we're going to be working over here in this ice, but we're not going to be actually making anything with ice. Instead, I want to make another farm, and this farm is going to be a kelp farm, so we can get that up for not only a fuel source, but also you can get food and you can make the kelp blocks out of it. And what I want to do is we're building this farm. It's going to be within range of where I can AFK for the ice farm. And it's also within range of the main island area, and I want to build it basically underneath this iceberg. So if I come in here and start like hollowing out some bits and pieces inside of here, I think we could hide the farm inside of it. I've been looking at it, kind of measuring it out, and for what I want to build, I think it's going to fit nicely inside of here. So the first thing we're going to do today is get on inside of here, and I don't know where I want to actually enter this iceberg. So let's actually get up into the air. You can get an idea of how big this one actually is. So it's a pretty decent size. I'm not sure if it's the biggest one, but definitely at least in this immediate area, it's the biggest here, and it should be big enough because what I want to do is make a farm that's going to be about 16 or 17 blocks wide, and I think this one is 22 when I counted it out right. And so when I say wide, I mean it's going to be from here to here, 22 block or 17 blocks, and then I want to be able to extend it out for a little bit. It's not going to be like some super huge, massive, giant farm, but it is going to be pretty big, and it is going to make a decent amount of kelp for us, and it's going to be all automatic, so we don't have to do anything really aside from come over, pick it up, and yeah, I'm still just kind of eyeballing the size here. So yeah, I think this is going to work out. So yeah, the only things we'll have to do is come over, craft the kelp, and smelt it up. But I'm going to think about also maybe adding in a smeltery into this build somewhere, and I don't know, maybe I'll bring it underground, or maybe I'll bring it off into a tube and do it inside of this iceberg. Not entirely sure how I want to do that part yet, but yeah, definitely inside of here I want to build this. So let's just get inside of here and start clearing out the area. Well, a couple seconds later, and I'm about to die probably. Oh, nope, I didn't. I survived. Killed it, drowned with a trident, but he didn't have any. Why did I have such low health? I don't know. I wasn't doing anything that should have gotten me hurt. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, let's actually get inside now and clear this out. Alright, welcome back, guys. So it turns out I derped a little bit here, and thought I was recording when I wasn't recording. So basically, let me catch you up on what I messed up on. So yeah, this is going to be the layout of the farm. I got the spacing, everything figured out, as well as the next bit already built, although I still got to try testing it. So yeah, these bone blocks represent the four corners of the farm. This area here, you can see the flying machine is going to come down here, come over there, and be hitting a return station and be sent back. This is where all the kelp's going to be. And then what I need to figure out is this room I thought was originally even. It turns out it's an odd space. So this center block, I think it's this one. Let's just put something down. No, I don't want to do that because, oh no, I can do this. I can put that there. There we go. So this is roughly the center, at least from side to side. So this here will float up to the top, and then, oh, hello fish. I don't know if I want to have a hopper chain here, or if I want to have water streams pushing all the items are going to be breaking out to the sides into a hopper there. Not entirely sure. I got to figure that out, but there's going to be collection either here in the center or off to the sides. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give this flying machine a test. I did one initial test real quick and it went terribly wrong. I think I fixed the issue now, so let's give that another shot. So we'll place a block here on this observer. This starts flying around. Perfect. Swim back in here. Come on. And then it's going to come down, reach this end. And if I fix this properly, it's going to be sent back now. There we go. That's looking good. And when it gets down there, it should stop. Awesome. So no blocks were picked up, nothing got stuck, nothing, was attached to the slime blocks. That's awesome. And then what I want to do now, I actually need to get rid of. Uh-oh, did I break it? Why did that just break it? What just happened? I don't know why that happened. That's weird. Alright, well, anyways, that will come there and there. Ow, tridents. Let's not get killed. Eat up real quick. That should be enough health. I think I can take this guy. Where is he? He's not paying attention. I can sneak attack. Hiya! Ow, one more. If there wasn't kelp in the way. There we go. Anything? Did I get a trident? Did I? No? Okay. Doesn't matter. I mean, I already have enough tridents as is, but let's just get rid of these guys so they're not gonna bother me here. So yeah, I need to now fix whatever I just broke here, and then I want to have a system figured out where it's going to be set off at different times throughout the day via a daylight sensor. So if I swim up here, and this little area is going to be nice and hidden unless you fly over. And I'll probably build up this wall a little bit. There'll be a daylight sensor that'll be triggering this throughout different parts of the day to get this working so it can be completely automatic, and it'll send it off on its way. Alright, so yeah, let's fix this now that I've done a good job at breaking it, and then we can start building up the walls, planting the kelp, and then figure out item collection. So I went ahead and I got the daylight sensor mechanic in place. Drowned, leave me alone, please. What time is it? Is it daytime? It's daytime. Why are so many of you guys coming out right now? I should hit you with a sword, not a pickaxe. There we go. So yeah, I got the daylight sensor mechanic in place. The only thing I need to do now is actually place it on top. So what happens is the daylight sensor will go ahead and trigger this piston. This piston will push down the log here onto the leaves. And there's this new mechanic now. Who knows if this will stay in the game or not, but this is a much cheaper way to do a vertical redstone signal than using observers all the way. But there's a new mechanic now where the leaves, you'll see there's on the F3 here on the right hand side, it says distance 7. That value will change when there is a log block touching it. And once that log block touches it, it will change to, in this case, this top one will become 1, and then this bottom one here will become 2. And that'll send a redstone signal through. It's a block update, essentially, that this observer will detect and then send it down again through this next bit. And you can do it up to about 7 blocks, but just because of the spacing that I'm using here, I couldn't do it in one chain, so I had to do it twice. A little complicated, but it's definitely a cheaper way of doing this than a bunch of observers. I'd have to use like 10 observers or so, even though I have plenty of them. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to place this on top, and I'm not sure if the light sensor is going to trigger this right away. It might not, so I wanted to do this on camera just in case it did. There we go. So it triggered everything. All these pistons come down. Sent the machine off. It'll fly down, it'll come back. And then at another point in the day, that went a little bit quicker than I expected. It spit out the block. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. I don't think it did in my testing. If not, I'll figure out a different way of doing this. It'll come back. And everything is good. And I think this won't cause a problem because at the next time the daylight sensor updates, and we'll test this. So let's just say we switch it like that. And yeah, nothing happened there. That's okay. We'll wait for it to come back, and I'll try it a couple more times. Just make sure that this doesn't break anything here. Okay, so here it is. It's back, and we'll do this one last time. So it's on day to night. This brought its block back, which did an update here, so that's fine. So we're okay here. Now what happened here? So press it once. That was fine. That spit out its block. Spit out its block again. And brought its block back. Okay. So every time it does cause an update here, which shouldn't be a problem or an issue for this. So I think we're okay. Let's get out of the way. Perfect. So we got our flying machine in, figured out and taken care of. Now the next thing I want to do is build up the walls, and then we can start planting the kelp. So we're just about halfway there. I got the hopper lines in, I got the walls all built up, I got the kelp put in. You can see it's already growing. I started putting in signs. This is going to keep this area from here from becoming a space that the kelp can grow into. That way we can have our water streams on top. I started removing the water on top here, and now there should only be one line of water right here. So this is going to be our water stream source. It's going to push everything out this way and into the center hopper line. So now when I start removing these blocks, if I did this right, these should all become water streams. Right, yep, okay. So now I'm just taking this out, and this should go according to plan, hopefully. And it's just going to take a little bit of time to get all this dirt taken care of, but then that way at least while we're working here... What's going on? Is it me, or did this just kind of work funny? Well, it's alright so far. So yeah, that way if anything runs while we're working on this, and there's a harvest... it'll be okay. It'll get collected. We won't have any wasted resources. Yeah, so I done goofed. I forgot how water streams actually work. Since these signs are all waterlogged, the water streams are all going into these waterlogged blocks rather than going outward 8 blocks like I thought they would inside of my head. So that was not the greatest way of doing this. Yeah, that's not going to work. So now I got to think of how I'm going to fix this. And I really don't want to replace all these signs again, because placing those signs are annoying, but that might just be what I have to do, is take all that down. And then, yeah. Great. Alright. Let me get to fixing this. Whew. Alright. Had to redo a bunch of stuff. Had to take all the signs down. Had to put in a layer of dirt and then put all the signs back up. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I think I have a better idea of how I'm going to do it on the other side, but at least now, the next time this machine goes off, which looks like it broke again? Did it break again? Oh boy. What happened? Why did it break? Okay. I'm confused here. Why did this break? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, we gotta fix this, and I'm out of inventory space. I guess after I fix this, I'll work on the other side, and then catch back up with you. Wow. I tried recording that, but my computer cannot keep up with it. That was a massive, massive, massive amount of lag. But I don't even want to know what it looks like below me right now. It's probably crazy. Yeah, so a lot of stuff broke all at once. It really slowed things down, and it's pouring in right now. That's only half the farm. That's only half of it. That's not the whole thing. That's not counting anything below me. And there's some stuff stuck, you can see, underneath the hoppers. That'll be okay. That'll get fixed after I place all the signs in and put the water back in, because it's just stuck because there's nowhere for it to there's no way for it to float up once it's caught under the hopper. Now let's go down here and see how this looks. And oh Jesus, let's grab all this stuff. Now this is going to be a much larger hole than what we normally would get, and inventory problems because the flying machines kept getting stuck or something, or there was some breakage going on back there. Not sure exactly, so this is not the normal haul, so hopefully it won't be that laggy again in the future, but I'm pretty happy with how that just worked, and still too much stuff. Let's put all this in, and yep, last few things. So I gotta now get some chests in up top there because there's nowhere for the stuff to go, and I'm imagining there's probably some stuff. I look down here that may have gotten caught. Yeah, this is a problem that I was anticipating. I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with. I might take out these leaf blocks here and put in some water sources so it pushes everything back out into here and then hopefully up. We'll see about that. Alright, so let's collect these last few bits and bobs, come back onto the other side, and get that all sorted out. And there we have it. We've got everything taken care of now. I think I've fixed the flying machine over here to work a little bit of a different way. So I'll go over here. I'm still using the same sort of mechanic. I'm just changing how it's working up here now. So now the daylight sensor will trigger the piston to move an observer down, which will give off a single tick pulse. This piston will go ahead, spit out its block, activate this, send off the flying machine, and then the next change in signal for the daylight sensor will again activate the piston, push the observer for a single tick pulse, and then this piston should go ahead and retract the log. So I think what was happening was, in some circumstances, this was sending 2 ticks through pretty quick, causing this piston to kind of fire twice and get stuck. So hopefully this resolves that issue. Everything else I think is taken care of as far as I can tell. I do still need to figure out storage and increasing that from being more than just these 2 chests I have here right now, because this does fill up pretty quick. I mean, I already have, from just building this today in a couple of hours, almost 4 shulker boxes. Well, actually, it's probably more than that if I were to grab all the stuff that's in here. Yeah, no, that's from something else. So, yeah, in just a couple of hours, I'm already over 4 shulker boxes. And I've even taken care of the few pieces that are getting lost here and there at the 2 ends for where the machine is. So I'm gonna AFK for a little bit and see how much we really can get here. I'm not sure if this room's safe, so let's go ahead and just make a little slime block enclosure. I think that will keep us safe in case any drown come by. We'll do that and that. And I think we'll be okay for now. So I'll catch up with you in a bit after I gave this some time to go through and make sure everything's working properly. Welcome back. It's been maybe an hour, might be a little more, a little less. I don't know exactly. I know it was roughly, maybe about an hour and 10 minutes. And let's see how this thing did. Now, I did peek at one moment just to kind of make sure things were running alright, because I heard some weird noises. I kept getting this error here, which is something with video. So this is probably not the best place to AFK at. I most likely should AFK, you know, away from this area, so I'm not rendering some of the video here. But let's see. All right, we didn't make it into that chest, but we, ooh, hey, there we go. We filled up an entire chest here, so I'm guessing that means our our fix over here has worked. Let's see. If I come back out and this all looks like it's in the right place. Can I not get stuck? Thank you, please. All right. Cool. So let's just go over here, make sure this looks all fine. No issues there, no problems there. That's all looking right. It's nighttime, so once it's daytime, that'll come back, which... Oh, it's actually almost daytime. Maybe we'll wait it out for a minute and see, so I can show you this working in action here. And maybe crash the game depending on how much it's actually struggling. We'll see in just a second. And there we go, that got triggered here. Let's swim down and take a peek at how this is looking. Alright, so the frame rates and all that stuff is not too bad, and we're getting a decent harvest here. Let's see if anything gets stuck floating. There was one problem that I had before where things were kind of stuck where they were floating. I guess there weren't all source blocks all around or something, and items wouldn't float up high enough. So we're just peeking around. Man, this stuff grows so fast. Alright, that all is rising up. That all rose up. And it looks like we're good. So this is still happening a little bit. Things are getting caught here. I gotta figure out a way to maybe fix that. I have an idea, but it'd require me replacing all of these signs again, which I really, frankly, don't want to do. Do I have any on me? No. Let's see how much I'm actually losing, if it's worth fixing or trying to fix. Alright, so there's only 2 little bunches there, and that was a total of 7. I don't think 7 is worth fixing. That's such a small amount there. And can I check? No. Alright, let me go back up and in. Let's see how well that harvest did. So this is completely full now, and that's still coming in. So let's just give that a second and see how it turns out. So there we go. We have 1, 2, let's see, it's 8 full stacks, plus I think in here was about a stack and a half. So it's about 9.5 stacks of kelp per harvest, I guess. That's a pretty good amount. And then the next thing that I need to do, and I'm not going to do this today, is set up a way to do some smelting to turn this kelp into the kelp blocks, the dried kelp blocks and all that. So what I think I want to do, and I got to play around it and figure out how this is going to work, is have all the kelp kind of come into these chests and see if I can filter it out to both sides. And along the sides here, I could have a furnace array to smelt up all the kelp, and do something like that maybe. Or, you know, depending on how much I'm really getting per harvest, I can just do it in here. You know, I gotta play around with that and see and figure it out. But I'm pretty happy with how this is turned out, and I wasn't sure exactly how effective or how efficient this was going to be. I didn't really play around or do much with this, but at least now I have a good fuel source, because I keep using up all my coal. Let's get this hat out of the way. You guys want to see my face. You don't want to be seeing this weird turtle helmet block and everything. I mean, just look at these pretty blue eyes. Alright, so yeah, now I have a good source of fuel, and that's a new building block to play around with once I get to smelting that up and make it into dried kelp. So if you guys have liked the episode, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, this has been Bowtie. Peace out.